For the first time in 2 seasons, the 49ers will have a new look offensive line. As I'm sure you know by now, Joe Staley decided to retire. 13 seasons with the team, 6 Pro Bowls, and he was still the number one rated offensive lineman last season despite all of the injuries. Lynch revealed last week during the State of the Franchise that Staley was in severe pain during the Super Bowl week. But Staley decided not to speak up and tell the staff anything because he did not want to jeopardize missing the biggest game of the season and one of the biggest games of his career. Once that game concluded, he sought out for medical attention, and after multiple evaluations, he decided it was best to retire. It's not often you can replace a 6-time Pro Bowl left tackle with a 7-time Pro Bowl left tackle. And that's what John Lynch did when they acquired Trent Williams during the draft for only a 5th-round pick in the 2020 draft and a 3rd-round pick in the 2020 draft. Coincidentally, Trent Williams was selected 4th overall in 2010 by none other than the Shanahans. That was their first season in Washington, and in those years together, Williams established himself as one of the elite left tackles in the league. During their final season together in 2013, Williams was rated the number 1 left tackle and number 1 rated offensive lineman in all of the NFL. Look for them to continue that success in 2020, as after taking a year off in 2019, Williams said he has never felt this good in his career. The next 49er to no longer be with the team is Mike Person, as he was released on March 19th by the team and has since then decided to retire. Person allowed the most quarterback pressures and most quarterback hurries than any other offensive lineman in the past 2 seasons. It was an obvious need to upgrade, and that's what I believe Daniel Brunskill will do. Brunskill started at 3 different positions on the offensive line last season. 2 of those were at the right guard spot. And his first start was obviously a rough one, which it always is when you're playing a talent like Aaron Donald. His second one was very impressive and quite phenomenal. First-year player, starting week 17, division on the line in Seattle, allowed 0 pressures and 0 hurries. You couldn't ask him to do any more. And I look for him to continue that success into 2020 at the right guard spot. Next are a few familiar faces, starting with the longest 10-year 49er offensive lineman now that Staley's gone, and that's Laken Tomlinson. He's going to enter in year 4 with Kyle Shanahan. He has improved every season, allowing less hurries, less pressures every year, and improving his run blocking efficiency at the same time. Then you have Winston Richberg, who's entering year 3 under Shanahan, and he ended last season early with a torn patella tendon. If he's not able to give it a go week 1, look for Ben Garland too. Ben Garland didn't miss a beat when he stepped in for Richberg, and I wouldn't expect him to miss a beat again if he had to start week 1. Finally, this is the player I deem to have the biggest upside, not only because he was a first-round pick, because what he showed last year in his growth. In 2018 was more of a, what the heck are you doing kind of play by McGlinchey. In 2019 was a ton of highlight reels where McGlinchey was just blowing guys out of the play, and I fully expect him to continue that. Staley was a huge mentor to McGlinchey, and Staley's just a phone call away. They have been golfing pretty often, said McGlinchey. So, and even with Staley not being there, he has Trent Williams. Did the 49ers offensive line get better? Yeah, I think so. They certainly got younger, and Jimmy Garoppolo will take full advantage of a younger, better offensive line in 2020.